Looking back at the Phoenix innings, might have been undone by a couple of drop catches of Derek Narain, but we all know that's part of the game, so there's no crying over spilled milk now.
Exactly. In T20, you got to make take all the opportunities given to you as a fielder. One mistake could cost you the game, basically. It's a fast-paced game, and you don't want to drop prolific players. You understand? Because they'll capitalize and basically beat you out of the game. So it's going to be Mark Terrell going to come up from the commentator booth end. It's going to go to Arif Mohammed. Short, and Mohammed plays that down to short third man. Fielder picks up, throws into Mendonca. So Terrell coming off a longish run from the 30-yard circle. Pretty sharp.
Yeah, they've decided to go with Mark Tyrell from this side, and then Carmichael a little bit of leg spin from the bottom end. So we've seen in T20 cricket the importance of bowling slow.
So Terrell comes up and goes to Arif hits it in the air. Goes up Narayan. Oh, one bounce, the ball doesn't go into the boundaries. And in the meantime, the batsman crossed for 2 runs there. So that was a tricky shot by Arif. He wasn't to the pitch of delivery, but he went through with the shot. And if Narayan was a little bit more agile, he would have taken an easy catch, but probably used up all his energy from making that beautiful century.
Yes, Mark hanging in the air for some time. So Mark Tyrell runs into Arif, and Arif is getting the ball going down the leg side. Big swing and a miss. All taken on the pad, and this is T20 cricket, Mark. It's a big score. Batsman will have to take a little bit more chance than they probably would have had to, and it's the power play. So a couple of reasons to really go big.
Yes, in the power play, somebody has to put their hands up and take the chance, take the risk, and sacrifice for the team, because a good start in the power play, chasing 2017, you never know what could happen in the later innings.
So not a bad over so far. In fact, only a couple of runs as Tyrell runs into ball to Arif, and Arif gets a ball. That is well ball here for Mark Tyrell. Does well to just stabs the ball out in the offside. And the score remains at 18 for none.
Yeah, good bowling so far by Tyrell. Dot deliveries, as you know in T20 cricket, dot delivers a goal. And the main purpose of the bowler is just try to outsmart the batsman and keep the batsman quiet. So
Mark with chasing over 200. All the bowler needs to do is not necessarily get 10 wickets here. They just have to bowl economical.
Yeah. Tyrell comes up, goes to Arif. Arif looks good, pushes out to extra cover, then they run. Arif, left-handed batsman, upright stance, on the field for Tyrell. A slip, backward point, extra cover. Man on the long on boundary, man on the tight corner boundary, short mid wicket, and a short mid on inner two. So Tyrell, top of the mark now. A lot of chat in the field there. Dina China, Tigana.
Shawinam has good reason to really lead the chat. He's the captain, so trying to give a lot of signals, some of them orally, and then of course with a hand movement. Tidy over so far?
Yep. It's Tyrell runs in from the commentator booth and comes up now, bows to Arif, and Arif is back, is it lovely, into the extra cover region, now run. So Arif would need to get on with it. So the total is 18 without loss from 4 overs.
Yeah, it's been a tidy over here for Mark Tyrell. He's probably in the second ball went up high in the air for a long time. Derek Narain was probably a little bit wanting there not to get to the ball, but at the end, Mark Tyrell has really put in a couple of good overs here so far. So 18 on the board, 3 overs gone. Arif Mohammed is on 8, Dominic Ricky is on 7. And as usual, Carmichael will continue. There's still a long way to go, 200 from 102 balls.
Seems like they're falling behind the run rate. They're running behind the 8 ball. Somebody would really need to get on with it. Get a couple good overs, 15, 14 from an over. Go up the scoring rate back to where it's required. And that's a beautiful shot by Dominic Ricky. Over extra cover for 6. Fantastic. Easy in the eye stroke. Classy batsman.
Yeah, lovely shot. Once he got to the pitch of the ball, he just carried through. And Dominic Ricky, he's dominating at times. Lovely shot, all the ease in the world. And so the score quickly goes up to 24 without loss. We're in the 4th over.
As I say, really, Dominic Ricky would have to take the responsibility and try to get the scoring rate up from par and carry his team to victory if they have to get a victory today, because in T20 cricket you need one batsman to bat as deep as possible in the innings. The longer you bat, it's the easy batting become and the more runs you accumulate. So Carmichael from the far end, left arm orthodox spin. Throws the ball from hand to hand. He's going to come up from ball to Ricky. Comes up ball to Ricky, shot, and Ricky is forward and defensive. Immaculate defensive shot. Looks good in defense. Pushes it back to the ball and there's no run.
Yeah, smart batting from Ricky. Follows up the big shot with just trying to survive still.
Yes, good batting by Ricky here. Michael comes up on balls and he swings across the line. People, there's LBW! Dominic Ricky swinging across the line. It's out to LBW. Michael strikes. And Unruly in big trouble there, losing the prolific batsman Dominic Ricky playing across the line. A bad shot. It's a straight delivery. And the umpire ruled in affirmative. Len.
Yes, Mark trying to go across the darter from the left arm spin of Carmichael. So Carmichael has made a quick inroads there, very early one. And the big wicket of Dominic Ricky now as he walks back to the shade, to replace by, it appears to be Nate McNally.
Yeah. So Ricky was under pressure to score because the scoring rate wasn't picking over, and as the main batsman in the team, I think the other batsmen from just stabbing the ball and not trying to rotate the strike put him under pressure and enforce a foul shot.
Yeah, more pressure on Unruly, chasing a big score, and now they need 194 from 99 balls. They've lost to Dominic Ricky, certainly one of their best batsmen. So they will have to look beyond Ricky and try to build from McNally and the others to come. We see Arif Mohammed out in the middle. And Arif Mohammed, he's used up 12 balls. He's only on 8. And McNally, we know he can give the ball a tap, complete all-rounder, Mark?
Yes, McNally out of Jamaica. Good cricketer. Good fast medium bowler, good strike of the ball. I saw him play a couple of handy innings in the past. So he'll be facing the bowling of Carmichael, Tristan Carmichael. Or he calls himself Trinson Carmichael. Or in the earlier days he used to call himself Lara when he used to play in Brooklyn Cricket League. That's well.
So McNally comes into strike. Here is Carmichael. McNally gets a throw ball, big appeal again. Not also is umpire Glenn Ryan. So confident appeal and a chance of a run out here too. So umpire Iqbal Pervez, the man is scored. In fact, both umpires have been called in to make a decision here. In fact, Glenn Ryan, big appeal for a leg before, and then when that didn't go right, the asked umpire Iqbal Pervez a square leg, what's going on? So double appeal, both umpires involved.
That was a close call for McNally because it was full ball pitched up, but from a vantage point you can't see if it was in line. So McNally lived to fight another day.
Yeah, it was a very good ball. Ball seemed to have dipped on him, trying to go for the on drive. And Carmichael has bowled extremely well in this over. He's gone for 6 off the first ball, but look at the other balls. He's really come back with wicket dot.
Yeah, he's developed into an experienced cricketer. McNally's back. Ball shot of a good length, plays it out to short mid-wicket being a Carolina fields, and there's no run.
Yeah, the Phoenix brand, they're in a couple of big important matches. Today final, tomorrow semi-final. Big swing and a miss, big appeal, not outside his umpire Narayan, and so that completes a very good over from Carmichael. Only 6 off the over, in which he picked up the wicket of Dominic Ricky. And at the end of 4, it's 24 for 1.
Yeah, that was a good over by Carmichael. 2 overs to 15 runs, 1 wicket.
24 for 1. 24 for 1.
So it seems like it's going to be Terrell still going to be in the attack. I mean, all these bowlers have to do is just bowl dot balls, just build pressure and put the batsman under pressure. 217 runs in T20 is a high, big total, big axe. And runs on the board is runs on the board in the final.
Yes, Mark, you don't lose too many T20 matches with 217 on the board. It simply means that something has really gone wrong with your bowling.
I just mean the batsman played well as well.
Yeah. So Mark Tyrrell, he's bowled, let's look at his bowling figure, 2 overs, no made, none for 8. In the context of any limited over game, that's excellent bowling figures.
Yeah, very economical bowling so far. 4 runs per over. So McNally, Terrell bowls and he plays that ball in the air. He's all caught by Lee on the head and on the boundary. Mark Terrell strike, he shot his delivery and Asif pulling it in the air, and the fielder was placed correctly on the boundary and took a beautiful catch. Len.
Yeah, short ball, he went for the pole, didn't get hold of it. So that's the end of Arif Muhammad, so they're in big trouble now. Of course, we saw the departure of Dominic Rickey, and now their couple of top batters at the top of the middle are back in under the trees. So 24 for 2, not looking good here at all.
No, not looking good. As I say, 217 runs is an uphill task, and the batsmen have to keep the scoreboard ticking. And as I say, if the bowlers keep bowling those dot balls and line and length, bowl to their field, they put the batsman under pressure to do something out of character. And that's exactly what Arif did, because he couldn't get the ball away. And success there for Mark Tyrrell from good bowling.
And Mark also the build-up of pressure from several no balls by Mark Tyrrell and even for Carmichael has now really took its toll. And so the batsmen were forced to really go big, and in fact sometimes it might not have been the best ball for them to put an attacking shot, but they had to go.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the ball before that outs you, it's not the current ball that you get the wicket.
So Troy Haley comes to the middle, but he will have to wait maybe a moment or so as McNally would have crossed. So McNally will be on strike. Mark Tyrrell has picked up 1. And so 24 for 2. Unruly struggling here a bit as they still need 194 from 95 balls.
Troy Haley's a new batsman, flexing his arms. Wicketkeeper Mendorf is standing up. McNally is going to face Lee McNally, the man from Jamaica. He's going to face Mark Tyrrell, coming from the commentator booth end. The field for McNally is slip, point, extra cover mid-off. Tyrrell runs away from the commentator booth end, bowls to McNally and he's in behind it. Ball cutting in, plays it down to short fine leg, and the fielder goes wrong on field. Actually misses the ball, and there's a leg by signaled by the umpire, brings Troy Haley into strike.
Yeah, Haley is a very aggressive player, likes to get on with it. We'll need something special from the likes of Troy Haley, McNally and whoever to come. And all Phoenix will probably need to do, they'll just have to bowl containment. They've picked up 2 wickets already.
Tyrrell bowls, and that's a Yorker length delivery, full delivery, just about 6 inches outside the off stump. Haley plays and misses, and wicketkeeper Francis Mendorf did not collect cleanly. So good bowling by Tyrrell. He's bowling full, and the ball is doing something in the air. And as fuller he bowls, the ball is getting some movement. And wicketkeeper Mendorf is standing up, putting some pressure on the batsman to leave his crease. So Mark Tyrrell, Boston start to run up from the commentator booth and comes up also Haley. Haley is flicking a lovely shot. There's runs in the making. The ball is going down towards the boundary, throws up just in front of the boundary, and Randall Wilson comes off and throws in 1 bounce to the fielder. So 2 runs there to Haley. Good looking shot there, Len.
Yeah, lovely shot. Clipped it nice into the onside. Wilson has done well to come around, just restricting the batsman to a couple of runs. So 27 for 2, still a long way to go.
So here comes Tyrrell from the commentator booth and bowls to Haley short, and Haley plays it up officially 4 runs, the ball beats the fielder over his head. It wasn't a chance of a catch, but it goes into the boundary. Living dangerously, Haley. Good delivery by Mark to the top of off stump, and the batsman just flashed at it. Wasn't in control of the shot, but it was over the fielder head, and it went down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, Mark, sometimes boundaries comes in all fashion. Doesn't matter, productive shot, call it what you may, but it's still out to the scorecard. So 7 of the overs so far.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter how you get them, as long as you get them. So Mark Terrell runs away from the commentator booth and into Haley. Short delivery. Haley hits it in the air. It goes off the edge again, and it goes down to the boundary for another 4. Living dangerously, batting aggressively as well. He wasn't in control of the shot, but he got the result he needed. 4 more runs to the total.
Yeah, Mark, 35 for 2. They say in sports you make your own luck.
Yes.
And some aggression sometimes, it doesn't matter how they come. So Troy Haley a couple of boundaries towards the end there. And so at the end of 5 it's 35 for 2. So 35 for 2. At the end of 5 they're going 7 and over.
And it seems like it's going to be Trincy Carmichael to pick up the attack, continuing his bowling spell. So far, he has bowled 2 overs, now made his 15 runs, 1 wicket, scoring an economy rate of 7.5, 2 wides in his spell so far. So McNally is going to be taking strike.
He's bowled well, and Mark just before Carmichael gets ready to bowl, or maybe I'll allow the first ball to go through, but just want to pick up here from the Phoenix run this season.
So Carmichael throws the ball from hand to hand and comes up close to McNally. He hits it back, oh, a half chance. Striking it hard back to the bowler, but the bowler just putting out the left hand but couldn't grasp it. And that's kind of a dangerous shot early in the over. Carmichael bowls to McNally, swings across the line. Misses, took the outer portion of the bat, goes down to first slip with Burton Ryan Hughes, just a Mendel commander to back to the bowler. So far, exciting over. So far, action, both deliveries.
Carmichael has contained McNally to a couple of dot balls, runs it now to bowl to McNally. McNally gets a short pitch ball, stabs it out towards the offside. And Mackenzie usually behind the sticks today, giving up the glove to Francis Mendonca. He runs around, picks up 35 for 2.
Yeah, you might see Mackenzie doing a few overs too. Very good bowling so far by Carmichael, right up in the black hole. Dot deliveries, putting pressure there. 4 deliveries, no runs so far. Excellent bowling, excellent T20 bowling so far by the left arm spinner. Wow. Beautiful bowling there by Carmichael. It was short and McNally was on the back foot out to extra cover. So there's no run.
A dot ball here would give him a maiden. So 5 dot balls. Here we go. Carmichael comes into ball to McNally.
He's bowling! Beautiful delivery! Oh my gracious goodness me. He was building the pressure, and there's a pressure bust pipe, and that was a beautiful delivery there by Carmichael. Lift the leg stump completely out of the ground. That was a fantastic delivery, Len.
Oh my goodness, what a build up. 5 dot balls, and then comes the biggie. So McNally put on the pressure by 5 dot balls, certainly. And he loses his leg stump. Carmichael has picked up, what, his 2nd wicket?
Yes, as I always say, I was saying before, the pressure. If you keep bowling the bat deliveries, you induce the batsman to play a false stroke to score. And that ball was an arm ball, came right back in there. And McNally